Welcome to War India News Hour. Today, let's talk on when the multi-factor authentication is going to pick up the race. Businesses are embracing digitization in an attempt to drive on-demand services, and multi-factor authentication, that is MFA, is an essential service as it adds additional layers of security. Each organization is different and therefore will have unique needs. The right MFA solution should strike a balance between added security and user convenience. With the increasing vulnerability, cybercriminals can now use a type of phishing to get around two-factor authentication, typically a code sent to your cell phone that is needed to log in. Experts have advised enabling two-factor to add an extra layer of security. Hence, there is a need for multi-factor authenticity and is expected to pick up the race. To your surprise, there are organizations into cybersecurity that trains people to spot phishing or spoofing emails. One can see in real time, and you do not need a special lens to see how things are happening. Multi-factor authentication combines two or more independent credentials, that is, what the user knows, that is the password, what the user has, that is a security token, and what the user is, that is biometric verification. At the center of this transformation, multi-factor authentication has emerged as the backbone for innovation-driven growth. MFA creates a layered defense and makes it more difficult for an unauthorized person to access a target such as a physical location, computing device, network, or database. Increasingly, vendors are using the label multi-factor to describe any authentication scheme that requires more than one identity credential. Research says two-factor authentication can be bypassed by attacking weaknesses in its implementation as well as other system weaknesses. One tactic is to exploit self-service password resets. At the same time, the attacker can insert themselves into the process and can gain access as a result. One of the larger unforeseeable challenges are emerging from the cybercriminals targeting the remote work for an entire workforce. Public cloud services enabled fast and smooth migration to working from home by enabling connectivity from anywhere and supporting essential services such as video conferencing and real-time communication. With a lot of organizations rolling out permanent remote work, cloud services are here to stay. So let's look into today's headlines in War India. IBM to spin off its IT infrastructure and focus on cloud business. IBM said it would spin off its IT infrastructure unit into a new publicly traded company to focus its legacy business more on cloud computing, a high margin segment that has seen a boost as companies increasingly ramp up their digital shift. With this announcement, the shares of the company were up more than 7%. UGC announces 24 fake universities in the country. Students and public are informed that currently 24 self-styled unrecognized institutions are functioning in contravention of the UGC Act, which have been declared as fake universities, and these are not empowered to confer any degree, UGC Secretary Rajneesh Jain said. While 8 of these universities are from Uttar Pradesh, Delhi has 7 and Odisha and West Bengal have 2 each. Flipkart to come up with logistic park by investing rupees 432 crores. Flipkart has acquired 140 acres of land to set up their largest fulfilling center in Asia in Manesar in Gurgaon in a bid to scale up their fulfillment infrastructure to cater to increased demand post-COVID. The development is expected to cost rupees 3,500 crores and will create over 12,000 jobs in the state. The first phase is likely to be operational by 2022. Uday Shankar to quit as star in Disney as the chairman India. Uday Shankar, chairman of Star in Disney India and president the Walt Disney Company APAC, has decided to step down and he will remain at Disney till December 31st to identify his successor to ensure a smooth transition. I have always believed in the power of creativity and cutting-edge technology to create a better world and consider myself incredibly fortunate to have had the opportunity to do so at Star 21CF and now at the Walt Disney Company, Shankar said in a statement. India is yet to take final call on Chinese vendors, says Amitabh Kant. To grow at a higher rate, India must leapfrog technologically by embracing both 5G and artificial intelligence, Amitabh Kant said while addressing the RAISE 2020 Virtual Summit. India is yet to take a final call on allowing Chinese companies to participate in the 5G network rollout, said Amitabh Kant, CEO of Niti Aayog, on Thursday. He further said, "My personal view is that we will go all out of 5G, but security will be a very major concern in 5G. I think all the leading players are there, that is for 5G trials in India, including Chinese companies. So let them do the testing. The final word on this is still to be taken," he said. Atmanirbhar concept to generate $160 billion by 2024 to trade earnings. The Atmanirbhar plan focuses on enhancing self-reliance in industries that hitherto trusted China for essential supplies. Taiwan-based Foxconn, iPhone maker Apple, Sanmina Corporation, Pegatron and Hewlett-Packard are amongst these in discussions with banks, finding out the feasibility of organizing stores in India. Individual corporations could not be contacted instantly. Data center infrastructure spending to grow 6% worldwide, says Gartner. Network infrastructure is a dynamic and highly competitive market that necessitates a strong supply chain, economic growth, and a generally positive outlook for what is to come. Data center infrastructure spending is expected to grow 6% worldwide in 2021. This growth is attributed as the organizations begin to emerge from COVID-19's computing stress test. Paytm to have 1 million mini apps before Google's in-app commission. Paytm launched its mini apps platform this week and is bullish to add about 1 million mini apps before Google plans to make Play Store billing mandatory for Indian developers by April 2021. Paytm founder Vijay Shekhar Sharma said the company will invest close to 10 crores for its mini app developer ecosystem, which has been in beta since earlier this year. With this, mini app store businesses, including small and big, can launch their progressive web app, that is PWA, on the Paytm main app and lead to discoverability of their online stores. Working from home sometimes feels like you are sleeping at work, says Satya Nadella. Online meetings can make employees tired and make it difficult to transition from a work mindset to private life, said Satya Nadella. However, Microsoft Corp has been a major beneficiary of the work from home boom spurred by the COVID-19 pandemic. Nadella also said remote work misses some of the benefits of the office. AMD Ryzen 5000 series desktop CPUs to be available from 5th of November. AMD has announced its next generation Ryzen 5000 series desktop CPUs based on the updated Zen 3 architecture. The new processor are set to offer up to a 26% increase in performance in gaming and a 19% improvement in instructions per cycle compared to the current Ryzen 3000 XT series. The Ryzen 5000 series desktop CPUs are drop-in compatible with current generation 500 series motherboards following a BIOS update, that is BIOS update. COVID update. The number of positive coronavirus cases reported from India now stands at 69,03,907, whereas the death toll stands at 1,06,550. To conclude, FBI warns businesses that SIM swapping was on the rise and that the attackers were increasingly using SIM swaps to attack companies, citing a rise in complaints to the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center. There are also automated phishing attack tools that fraudsters can use to bypass two-factor authentication. A toolkit highlighted last year at the Hack in a Box conference that acts as a web proxy. When victims authenticate within the malicious website, their session tokens are provided to the attacker. They can then be used to authenticate to the targeted website, which the legitimate website interprets as a correctly authenticated user session. With the smartphone, users are now accustomed to authenticating with built-in biometric fingerprints or facial recognition scans, or using one-time passwords sent via SMS or pushed within apps to a trusted device. It is common for mobile forms of authentication to be used to access financial apps, social media, and enterprise collaboration tools. The success of mobile authentication means much of the future of multi-factor authentication is to bring to you home. Last but not the least, the battle to continue to defend the authentication process is not going to let up soon. Authentication innovations increase security while maintaining usability and are sure to continue to evolve. So with that, let's wind up for the day, but do not forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to War India News Magazine. Please download the War India app from Google Play Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.